Da, 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 da. Hey up, who's in room? Hey Noor, how's it going, sweetheart? I'm alright. I'm just looking for this bloody article that I saw. Hectic. Hey Rosie. Hey, on the bus on my way to sell adult toys. Oh, check you out. Check you out. Swear down now, if I need to find this pissing article that I seen and I can't find it again. I found it in one of our local papers in the UK and I'm trying to look for it now. It's really doing my head in. What is it about? Well, I'll tell you in a minute when I find it. I'm swamped in life but smiling. Can I do your fairy bending over? You said sexy, right? Listen, you're doing me a Scorpio fairy. If it ain't bending over, it ain't right. Seriously. Oh, God. I'm just going to go straight to the paper and look for it. I know what paper it is that I read it in because that's what I want to rant about. This article that I've seen, and it was, oh my God, I read it and I just felt myself getting more and more infuriated as I was reading it. And it's tarot related. Well, not necessarily tarot, but it's spiritually related. And oh God, it did my frigging head in while I was reading it. And I thought I've got to fucking tell you lot because it was pretty serious, if I'm honest. It was serious. I just couldn't believe what I was fucking reading. I've got to find it. That's the thing. I've got to frigging find it. I'm going to give it a sexy booty. You do that, my sweetheart. Yes. Right, all news. And it was in the US. That much I know. Right, world news. I need to find it. I know it when I see it. I've just got to fucking find it. Because there are a few weird bits about it. Oh dear. Right. Search the sun. I'm just going to put right. I will find it. I will fucking find it. Because it did my fucking head in. Why can't I find it again? Why do they do this, right? You see an article in a paper online and then you come away from it and then you can't find it again. Oh, it does me head in. I will fucking find it. I remember her name as well. We were about her name was like Tracy Wojciechowski or something like that. I don't know. Here it is. I found it. I found it. Right, I got it. I'm gonna light my fag. I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee, and then let's get stuck into this fucking rant about this article, because this was seriously piss me off. I only imagine what it's gonna do to you guys. Seriously. I was absolutely fucking livid while I was reading this shit. Right. So that's the article there. Right. I'm just going to read it to you. Hey, Martha. I'm just going to read it to you guys. This really pissed me off. Phantom Menace. Psychic allegedly scammed mum out of $70,000 and bedding by claiming her daughter, a 10-year-old girl, was possessed by a demon. Says here, a woman claiming to have psychic abilities allegedly told a mum her daughter was possessed by a demon and scammed her out of $71,000. Tracy Milanovic, that's the one, used her business to trick the woman into giving her large sums of money, police said in a news release. Authorities in Somerset, Massachusetts, launched an investigation in December after the mum claimed the psychic swindled her. The mother first went to Tracy's psychic palm reader on November 15th for a tarot card reading. So, I mean, it does involve tarot community, to be fair. She claimed Milanovic told her daughter was possessed by a demon. The mother also said Milanovic coerced her into handing over cash and household items, which were needed in order to banish the spirit from her daughter, according to police. And then look, there's a nice little picture of her there with the fucking tarot cards. And by the way, this is being televised in some way. I'm not sure if it's been on YouTube or Facebook, but I don't think she's been doing readings online. I think what she's been doing is advertising herself online. Milanovic said the mother needed to purchase her daughter's soul back. Yeah. Seriously, you're fucking hearing this right. Milanovic allegedly stole approximately $71,000 from the concerned mother, according to police. Well, yeah, it is theft. Additionally, the mother purchased products like towels and beddings for the self-proclaimed psychic. Not sure why she'd need that if she stole $71,000, or was that just not enough for her? Apparently it wasn't enough. 37-year-old allegedly told the woman the money only cleaned half of her daughter and wanted $6,058 more to remove what was left. The palm reader reportedly claimed she would take the daughter's demon and place it in a Barbie doll, and said spirits would know what she was doing if she told anyone. So not only is she conned her, not only is she emotionally played on this woman's vulnerability using her daughter and playing on her emotions regarding her daughter, she's also played on her spirituality and her morals as well, what's right and wrong. In 2018, Milanovic told the Standard Times part of her business included crystal light therapy, which involves lying in a bed next to crystals for up to an hour. Well, yeah, okay, so her business does look legit, but obviously when shit like this comes out, it just goes to show, don't it? Look, and there she is again. And that's the thing, she looks so fucking normal, doesn't she? That's the thing, that's the problem. She looks so... Seriously. I'm absolutely fucking livid with this. Absolutely fucking livid. Hey, Michelle. So, like I said before, not only has this woman preyed on a vulnerability, she's been using her fucking daughter against her financially. So, I've read that and I'm thinking, how many more people are that vulnerable? How many more people would buy into this shit? You know, And I think because I'm a tarot reader and I have an audience, maybe I should use my voice for some good. And I've spoke about this before. I've spoke about this before. So I figure, why not just kill a few birds with one stone and just put this out there in fucking layman's terms that everybody can understand. It really does, Michelle, and that's what I was just about to say. It does give those that are true, that are honest, that are genuine, a fucking bad name. And I suppose that's where I take that personally a little bit. No, it's fine, Michelle, I know what you meant. And you know what I mean? That's where I take it a little bit personally. So let's just start from the fucking top, okay? Children are out of bounds. If you go, let's just put it like this. If you go to a psychic or a tarot reader, especially if you're none the wiser that anything dodgy is going on anyway, and you're just curious, even if you are curious, again, you have to choose your readers very, very fucking carefully. But this woman, if you find yourself in a position where you sat in front of a tarot reader, and they're the ones that broach you and say to you, you've got something in you, or even worse, preying on your children, you need to take a step back and you need to rationalize. You need to ignore the threat, because the world will give you a threat. You know, if we don't sort this out now, this is going to happen, or this is going to happen. And, you know, it's things like that they'll really prey on your vulnerabilities. And you need to take a step back and you need to rationalize what you're saying and think, you know, in a way, a good way to see if they're scamming you or not is to say, right, okay, how much is this going to cost? And that's pretty much when you kind of know that they're scamming you, because nobody's going to try and charge you that amount of money. I mean, in one go, she wanted over $6,000. Nobody is going to charge, nobody genuine at least, is going to charge you that amount of money, you know, to get rid of anything like that. And it brings me to my next point. Let's talk about that. Because you won't believe how rare it is. You won't believe how rare it is. Seriously. And a lot of the time, I'm not saying it don't exist. I'm not. What I am saying is, a lot of the time, it's either mental health, it's a scam. If you're absolutely convinced something like that's going on around you or inside of you, first and foremost, what I'd always say is, medically, what's going on? Medically, what's going on? You know, if somebody comes to me and they're absolutely certain, first thing I say to them is, what's going on medically? What have you been diagnosed with? Or have you not been diagnosed with anything yet? Maybe that's a good first port of call. Because that's how rare it is. That's how rare it is. People get negative attachments. But what people don't realise is 9 times out of 10, you're omitting your own negativity through fear. Don't forget, energy plus energy equals manifestation. You can manifest low vibrational energy around you because of depression, because of low mood, because of mental health issues. And it can manifest into something that feels very real to you that actually isn't. And that's why, you know, you have to be, as a reader, like, you know, as a person with a gift, you have to be very responsible about this stuff. In my entire 15 years of doing this shit, I have, in fact, it's longer than that. It might be about 18 years now. I've ever known it twice. In that amount of time, twice. Seriously. Twice. And it's not been anything like what she was accusing this little girl of. Nothing like that. There were low vibrational energies that are very easily rid of with the right person and the right advice, and it should not cost anything like that. I think anyone tries to charge her more than $100 for a ritual, you need to be fucking them off straight away. Because that's all it takes. It's a cleansing ritual that we do. I don't personally do it, but I do have friends that do. Even I pick up low vibrational energies from time to time, reading for the amount of people that I do. I don't go running around telling people that there's fucking demons and shit. It don't work like that. The low vibrational energies, sometimes they're confused spirits. You know, it doesn't mean anything that sinister is going on, because guess what? It is that rare. And even in traditional tribes, such as in Africa, where they do all this voodoo shit and whatnot, again, when you believe something's there so much and it's a part of your culture, then of course you're gonna start manifesting energies that shouldn't even be there. And that's why I always say, first protocol, what's the mental health like? Let's look at practical things first before we start actually agreeing that there's something like that going on. You know what I mean? You have to be so careful with this stuff, so careful. And it's like, and I know it sounds awful, because it's like somebody comes to me and they're like, oh, I think I've got this going on. And the first thing I'm sort of saying to them is, what's the mental health like? Have you got a diagnosis, or should you talk to somebody? They think I'm accusing them of being crazy, and I'm genuinely not. There's no way I want to put anybody through a cleansing ritual that don't fucking need it. It's as simple as that. And that's why it brings me to my last point. You've got to start understanding tarot readers a lot better moving forward. The ones that charge you to the end of the earth, the ones that tell you need something. These are the ones you need to be walking away from pretty fucking quickly. Absolutely. Because the spirit world isn't as sordid as you think it is. And many, many, many of us have got guides. We've got loved ones around us that protect us. And not just that, humanity as a whole are going through a collective ascension. Believe you me, any darkness on that side is going to be a bit fucking preoccupied at the moment. Like I say, that's neither here nor there, and I won't go into that. That's just something that I've been having a lot of visions about just lately. The point is, handing your money over to somebody who's telling you what you need like that is just not good. It's not good. If somebody's, and she's sort of saying, oh, pay $6,000 and you can buy your daughter's soul back. What the actual fuck? What the actual fuck? Jesus Christ. I mean, it's proper preying on that woman's vulnerabilities, really, isn't it? That's what this is, isn't it? Absolutely. She's gone to see this tarot reader. This tarot reader's probably asked her about her work and what she does. She's got all this information and thought, ping, dollar signs in her eyes. Let's rinse this woman for everything she got and use a 10-year-old daughter in the fucking process. That's what's happened. What do you guys make of all this? Seriously. I mean, I know it's gone a bit quiet, but what do you guys make of this? I mean, can you actually believe that this shit's going on? I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not that I'm surprised. I know it goes on. I just think it went on to that extent. I think that's what's bothered me more, is that this woman has actually stooped that fucking low to use a 10-year-old girl as a money-making prop. That's what's got me. I have 2 tarot readers that I go to and 1 medium since I was 18, and no one's charged me that. Yeah, absolutely diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. It's just so upset me. And that poor woman, I've got no idea who this lady is. Absolutely no idea who she is. But my heart goes out to her. You know what I mean? My heart goes out to her. It's batshit crazy for her to use a child. Yeah, absolutely, Stacey. Miriam, I just hope that the person who used the mother and daughter gets their karma. Well, she's been arrested and she's been charged. I think obviously she's going to end up going to prison. But that's my point, you see. She's advertised on the likes of YouTube and Facebook, just like many of us are. And it just goes to show you don't know who you can trust. You know what I mean? And it worries me. It genuinely worries me that people do this so willy-nilly. And if it's like if we don't speak up in the tarot community, does it put does it shine a bad light on the rest of us? Do you know what I mean? And we're not all like that. Absolutely. We're not all like that. I'll tell you what, if there's anyone watching this from Massachusetts and you can find out who this lady is, she's got a 3 hour reading waiting right here with me. Seriously. It'll never make up for what that fucking bitch did. But she needs some guidance. She's got a 3 hour waiting right here. Like I say, I wouldn't even know where to start on who she is. You can't have to use your intuition, yeah, absolutely. And really look into them, yeah. I just can't imagine what this lady's going through. She's been told something like that about her fucking daughter. It's like I've got a daughter who's 11. And I can't imagine, you know what I mean? Somebody saying something like that to you. Don't get me wrong, you know, kids have behavioural problems, you know, there's all sorts out there like ADHD and whatnot, and, you know, behavioural problems and that. But I don't think this lady's said anything about her daughter to this tarot reader. I think this tarot reader has just come out right and said, or if this lady's sort of said, oh, she's being a bit naughty, and this tarot reader's jumped straight on it. She saw the vice and she's just jumped straight on it. Oh, it's that. Seriously, it's just so fucking heart-wrenching. Like I say, as a mom, and my daughter's not much older than that, I can't ever imagine, like, if I, you know, can you imagine like somebody very vulnerable who's also very spiritual, who maybe doesn't fully understand how this works? That's why she handed all that money over. And I think that if you were that worried about your daughter, you'd pay to the end of the earth. You know what I mean? You would. As a mum, you pay to the end of the earth for your kids. And that's what she did. And someone totally fucking took her for a ride over that. Hey, trying harder. How are you, my sweetheart? I'm just talking about this stupid fucking tarot reader that's rinsed one of her clients out of $70,000 and used her daughter in the process. Absolutely fucking shocking. Seriously. It's fucking ridiculous. But anyway, that's my little rant over and done with. I've said my piece about it. And I hope that mum can find peace. I really do. I hope she can find some level of peace. How are you? How is everyone? I'm all right. Honestly, I'm all right, my sweet Pete. Little like, hello. I'm all right. How was everybody's New Year anyway? Happy New Year, everyone. How was everyone's New Year? We had a party at my mother's. Trying harder, for real, disgusting. Yeah, it was in the paper. I read it today and I thought I've got to say something about it because that's fucking disgusting. And that bitch, Tracy, deserves every fucking ounce of karma that comes to her. Seriously. Great. How was your? Yeah, my New Year was all right. Like I said, we had a house party at my mum's, and you know, family came round and friends, and it was really nice. I went a bit too heavy on the spicy. I drank a bit too much Morgan Spice and Coke, and I was just like, oh, vomiting at the end of the night. I think you have to on New Year's. That just goes to show I don't drink a lot. I can't handle my drink. I don't drink a lot. Here's me trying to keep up with my brother, and it just weren't working. But yeah, it was really good actually, to be fair. And I just had a really nice day with the kids on the sofa the next day, watching films and stuff and playing with the toys and whatnot. So it was really nice, to be fair. Yeah. Trying hard, perfect. Slept through till midnight. Dawn. Hey, Dawn. You caught me live. I'm just having a bit of a chit chat with everyone. Yeah. But yeah, Christmas was nice. But I felt so sorry for Charlie, you guys. Honestly, I mean, I managed to get him in the doctors this morning, actually, in the out of hours service. His skin's been terrible over Christmas and New Year, and I mean terrible. Like, honest to God, his pityriasis has calmed down, but all in his arms, in the crease of his arms, and in the crease of his legs. It was just raw with eczema, and it turns out he's got a mixture of the two, pityriasis and eczema on his skin, and it was just absolutely raw and seeping, and the creams that I got weren't even doing anything. So I had to take him to the doctors. He's back on the steroid cream, which is one thing we keep trying to avoid, because, you know, it's something you can't keep using all the time because it thins the skin. But at the same time, it's like it needs something to take that rawness out of it, because it's really bad, really bad. So I've been really worried about him as well, you know, in case it gets infected and stuff. So I've literally like smothered him in the stuff earlier on. He's just upstairs now. But yeah, let's read some of these comments. Sounds lovely, Kay. Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice night, yeah. Michelle, I made it to midnight, but the cats didn't. I made it till about 2 a.m. So I didn't do too bad. It's just I stayed up a bit later than that because I was fucking vomiting. So yeah. Oh dear. Dawn, yeah, I missed last time. I know the last time I did Monday Fun Day was before Christmas, and I did say I weren't going to do another one now until the 6th, so you've only got a couple of days to wait, and I'll do the next Monday Fun Day. I don't know, I might even do a Sunday super chat session this week, so I might sort of come on and just see who's about. I might not stay on for too long, but I might do a few of you at least. Try and order for real, pityriasis. I had it and it's so irritating. Yeah. Well, it's when I took it to the doctors last year, and no doctor, no nurse could diagnose what it was. And then I had him at the hospital. 2 consultants didn't know what it was. 3 nurses didn't know what it was. And this is at the hospital. And then they finally got a dermatology specialist down to take a look, and they diagnosed him with pityriasis. And the weirdest thing about it is it's so easy to spot because you get the herald patch first. And that's how they knew what it was, because he got a herald patch right here. It's like a huge mark of pityriasis. And then everywhere else, it's these tiny little marks of pityriasis. But it's that herald patch that you look for. And he got it right here on him. So that's why she said she knew exactly what it was. But yeah, we finally got him some treatment for that, which worked. Yeah, oh, poor kid. Put banana peel on it. My gran always put on irritated red skin rash. Worked on my extra sensitive skin every time. I might try something like that. He eats bananas like nobody's business as well, so I've got loads of banana peel. Loads. Yeah, I might try something like that. Yeah. Oh, Christmas Day was nice, you guys. Kids loved all the presents. And do you know what I found my son doing? And this sounds so stupid to me, because obviously I'm older and I'm not very techie with what the kids are into at the minute. But when I asked my kids what do you want for Christmas, both of them said Robux. Robux. And I was like, Robux? What the fuck is Robux? And it's this, they play on the game Roblox on the pad and the laptop. And Robux is the currency on the game, and they both asked for that. And I found my son having to, like, after they've gone bed on Christmas Eve, top their accounts up with Robux. And it was like, seriously, this is one of the things that I got them a few other bits and bobs, but like, I was like, really, this is what you want? And they were very cool. They were just so excited about these Robux. They didn't get a crap about the presents. It was so weird. Is this what kids are into these days? Dawn shelters steroids too long is not good. Too many side effects. I know, Dawn. It's the thinning of the skin. That's why I don't like putting him on it for too long. But the doctor said, because of how bad it is, should put it on him morning and night for 4 days, have a break for 2 days, and then do it for another 4 days, and then should then stop. So that's what I'm going to do. Michelle, I would have no idea what that is. No, I didn't at the time. I was like, yeah, I know the game Roblox because that's what they play on and they talk about it all the time. But like, I didn't even know you could have currency on it or buy anything on it or anything, you know. It was really fucking strange to me. But I got it in because it's the only thing that they asked for, you know. Oh, and Abby asked for for art stuff, so I've got loads of nice art stuff. But yeah, that were it. Robux, what the fuck? Seriously. Dang, we are in the future. Don't I fucking know it? Don't I know it? Anyway, you guys, I wanted to point you in the direction of something while I've got you here, because this was really fucking interesting, yeah? I'm gonna have to have a look on my phone to get the exact video of what it was. But now it does involve don't get me wrong, this guy talks about a lot of stuff to do with the deep state and stuff like that, but he also talks about spiritual things, especially ascensions. And something went on the last week, I think it was. I've got to find this video for you guys because I'm going to point you in the right direction for it. You need to watch it. And it was basically talking about a flux in, I don't know, you know, how you like measure seismicity or something like that, or specific waves in the atmosphere or something. Like I say, he can explain it better than I can. But we were talking about it on his channel. It's called True Reporting, TRU, and then reporting. And if you search for him, you'll find him, because his profile picture, he's got like a little army hat on. But anyway, it does go on about a lot of things, but this I found so friggin' interesting, right? And the video that I watched, it got a picture of Tom Hanks on the front with this little green kick or whatever they're called, keck or whatever they're called, and it says on the video something big is coming, and the title of it is "Why Does Mr. Hanks Want Out?" The thing is, obviously, I mean, I've been following True Reporting for ages, and like I say, he does go on about a lot of stuff I'm not interested in, but in his videos, he talks about so many different topics that when you pick something out, like, that's really interesting. There's like a couple of little bits in there that are really interesting. Like, he spoke about the US central the reserve going down and people needing to invest in gold and stuff like that, and I've been watching a hell of a lot of his videos on that. But this one video that I watched, it's called "Why Does Mr. Hanks Want Out?" You need to go watch it, you guys. There's this, like I say, this is a little bit where it shows you like this flicker of something, and there were no solar flares. There were nothing affecting physically, really, that could have created this abnormal wave on this chart. And the only explanation that they could have for it was a collective open consciousness for humankind. So this is where the notion of collective ascension comes in. And I've been, and not just me, there's been shitloads of spiritualists, shitloads of people from all over the world talking about collective ascension, because we're headed straight into the age of Aquarius, which is the age of enlightenment. And we're coming out of the age of Pisces, which is the age of illusion and blanket cover. So everybody's starting to wake the fuck up now. And they were wondering if this fluctuation was to do with, it was coming from the planet. It was coming from humans. That's what they were trying to say. So it's worth watching this video. Like I say, it's on True Reporting, TRU Reporting. Here, I'll quickly type it in because it's in caps lock. True Reporting. And if you go and find the video, like I say, it's probably, what is it, down 1 2 3 4 5 6, so it's the 8th video down on in the main video tab, and it's just got a picture of Tom Hanks on the front. There's a lot of speculation about Tom Hanks, to be fair. He's just been granted Greek nationality at a time when a lot of celebrities are being done for very naughty things. Just FYI. And there is speculation as to why he needs Greek nationalism. That's all. I'm not going to read too much into it. You make your own mind up about that. I think that's the beauty of all this, though, and with spiritualism. People will put the facts in front of you and you make your own mind up. But yeah, Dawn, our energy increase, the combinations of energies. Yeah, there was just a weird fluctuation, and it just created, you know, this chart to go up in some way, but there were nothing really physically around the earth or in the earth that could have caused it. So the only explanation is to do something to do with someone's consciousness. Anyway, it doesn't go into detail about it too much. It gives you the basics of what it's about, but it's worth watching anyway, just to hear what he's got to say about it. It's absolutely worth watching. Just get his point of view. Wonder if it coincides with prayers for Australia. I thought that, honest to God, right? Seriously, I actually thought that. I thought, is that world collective prayers? But then I thought, logically, if that was the case, we do have a lot of natural disasters all over the world. You know, California and, you know, things like that. And not even just wildfires. And you get people collectively praying at any one point in the world anyway, and we never see fluctuations like that. This is something that's else. It's something a little bit more spiritual than that. So it's interesting. It really is interesting. But I know I've got a few spiritualists in the chat. What's your take on how the ascensions are progressing? And I'm not talking about individual ascensions. I'm talking about collective. Have you started noticing people around you that were usually very closed off have started opening up? I have. Dawn, you'll love Channel the Fifth Kind. I will totally check out that channel. Absolutely. So, you guys, I'm looking around for my tissue. I'm a bit bunged up again. Maybe a ton of people are going through ascensions because it is the age of Aquarius. Well, there is speculation as to whether it's actually started yet or not, Michelle. Some people have said that, like Star Lordess, she worked it out. You need to go listen to Star Lordess. You know, other than the tarot, she'll release the odd video about other things. And she spoke about the age of Aquarius, and I think she's predicted it for 2023, something like that. So yeah, or she's worked it out, or you know, seen something about it, and it's something to do with 2023. So, but other people argue we're already in it. Other people argue we're sort of preparing for it. Me, the way I'm feeling, I think I'm more on cue with Star Lordess at this point. It feels like there's a big preparation going on, because I think that if we were already in the age of Aquarius, everybody would already be opened up, because it is the age of enlightenment. This is where dark comes to light. Dark's not fully come to light yet, and I don't want anyone being naive enough to think it has. It's coming, but it ain't quite out yet. You'll know when it is. Sorry, guys. Just blowing my noggin. Oh dear. Yeah, so many needing so much more asleep. I'd say so. I'd say a lot of people are still asleep, but I've started noticing people around me that aren't usually spiritually aware or open have started taking a bit more of an interest. And also, pardon me, what I've noticed is people who are already spiritually inclined, their gifts are starting to move to other levels quite rapidly. I mean, I've seen this year someone go through an ascension in the space of a few months, and that scared me, because I know that that's actually not a regular occurrence. And again, it's all these little things that are adding up to say, yeah, I think some people are being rushed through ascensions here because they're needed later on down the line. You know what I mean? And if they're being rushed, it makes me think, is this coming sooner rather than later? Yeah, telepathy increasing. Yeah. Downloads, hence deep tiredness. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but even with that, it could be like the phases of the moon, where its last days, maybe because it's so big and on a massive scale, it's going to take years. I'd agree with that. I would agree with that. like I say though, I think we are headed into it. I don't think we're quite there yet. I think by the time we actually do hit it, it's a simple case of nobody can run from the truth. It's there, it's out, you know what I mean? That's the way I see it. And when I say that, I'll explain that. Hang on. Oh dear, sorry you guys. I'm sick of my fucking nose and colds this time of year. It's just doing my head in. I'll get to you in a sec, don't. Right. I'm ready. Right, Dawn. Wish I had someone to talk to. Shares in some of my weirdness. I felt odd. Duck out all my life. My view on things, but different. I'm not like others. Negative. My normal body temperature is 97.6 lower. Oh, blood. Wow. So you've got a lot of physical differences as well. Hey, Marcy, it has been a long time. How the hell are you, my sweetheart? I don't know taking questions, but I'm wondering if... Oh, I might answer that for you in a minute, my darling. I wasn't really going to do anything like that today, but I might answer just the one for you before I love and leave everyone. So if you hang on, we're talking about spiritual ascensions, Marcy, and now more people are starting to open up, and it's becoming a bit more mainstream now. So yeah, I think that basically when I say dark to light and the truth's coming and things like that, the world has been right. What you have to understand about the age of Pisces is the world as we know it is too convenient. So everybody's controlled, if you like. Could be controlled by media, could be controlled by government, could be controlled by people in authority. It's about a level of control. And you have to think that in a roundabout way, it is good versus evil. Because evil wants to blanket everybody. It's like I believe that every human in existence has got the ability that most psychics and mediums and spiritually guided beings have. I believe that we've all got these abilities and that we've been suppressed by years of materialistic bullshit. And, you know, at the end of the day, I always say, if a government can control you, you know, they can keep you quiet. And then you have to think a little bit longer into this. How can they control you? Money. Money. They brought in the central banking system, which controlled money. And then when you think about it, there's only one group of people that control that money. And they delegate other sections, i.e. governments, they delegate governments to control that money even further. So if your government can control you with money, right, they can shut you up. They can do whatever they want. You know, and when you're controlled, you're quiet, you're obedient. So what happens if that level of control ain't there anymore? Everybody knows the truth. Everybody knows the truth. There are no secrets. Everybody's in the know. You got to look at certain situations, and this is why, and not a lot of people probably know this. This is why I'm so anti-socialism. On the surface, it looks amazing. On the surface, oh yeah, the government's really taking care of the people and making sure those who really need it get it, and all this, that, and the other. On the surface, it's an amazing thing. But when you look a little bit deeper, it's a level of control. And if you step out the line, they will hit your pocket. And they have here in the UK. I've known people who've been on disability and, you know, income support and things like that for years, and they've opened their mouth to similar stuff what started coming out, and it's been taken straight like that. It's been taken. It's just, it's a level of control. That's what this is. It's a level of control. So you have to, and you know, you have to look to places like Venezuela to see what socialism does. Seriously. It's all it does is it keeps people a slave. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of people go to the other extreme and want to live off grid. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when you're off grid, you're isolated. And I find it a very selfish thing to do. This is more about getting people, everybody to see reality for what it really is. Do you know what I mean? Rather than one person just going. This is just more about people sort of coming together and actually realising what the hell's going on. And it's things like that that are going to come to light. So, like on True Reporting that I recommended earlier, it talks about, you know, the central banking system collapsing again, but people shouldn't be afraid. If anything, you should start investing your money in gold now, because we're going to end up reverting back to a gold-based system, gold-backed currency. And it is true, it's going to happen. And, you know, it's things like that that's going to remove this level of control that they've got over you at the moment. That's what this is all about. It's removing that level of control. Because don't forget, when you link it all up, it's, you know, and you sort of take a look and you think, who's at the top of the central banking system? Who's at the top of the media? Why do these people know each other so well? Why are these people related? Why are they all married into each other? They're marrying to keep control. That's what this is all about. So when you think the very people who are sort of keeping you in the loop, letting you know everything that's going on in the world, are only giving you snippets, what they want you to know, what they think is safe for you to know, to stop them at the top collapsing. Yeah. When you think they're all connected and they're all marrying into each other. Do you not see where this is going? I'm being serious, you guys. I'm being totally serious, totally serious. You have to think, why did Chelsea Clinton marry a Soros? Seriously, they're all doing it. They're all doing it. They're all doing it. Michelle, I have Facebook, Instagram. I use Facebook only to talk to people, and Instagram to post pictures privately to an account so I don't lose them on my phone, crash the game. Oh, fabrication, hearsay on news, it's control. Well, it is, and I'm going to prove it to you. How many of you lot have heard of it's a YouTube channel, but they're actually a group. They're an organisation called Project Veritas. Who's heard of it? Who's heard of Project Veritas? Yeah, a lot. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Michelle. It's propaganda. That's what I'm getting at. Who's heard of Project Veritas? Seriously. They're on YouTube. You can search for them. Well, they were the ones that released the Amy Robach interview. Don't know if anybody caught that. Amy Robach. She was caught on a hot mic talking about Epstein in 2016. They had everything, and I mean everything in 2016. There are one problem with that. It was someone who that information implicated. Bill Clinton. Yeah? Implicated Bill Clinton. Why did it get spiked from ABC News? Let's add up the pieces. It gets spiked in 2016. They had everything. They had information, paperwork, documents. They had eyewitnesses, not just Virginia Giuffre. They had loads. They had, like Amy said, they had everything, right? And in 2016, early 2016, it got spiked. It implicated Bill Clinton, whose wife was running for president. ABC spiked it. And she also said she got pressure from Epstein's lawyer and pressure from Buckingham Palace to spike it. So this chain is going on and on and on as to who it's implicating and why it needed spiking. So when you think, why, all right, yeah, and we know now Andrew's involved, but that won't be the only reason why it's been sparked, because it was sparked in 2016. You got to think, is there a connection between British royalty, and American elite? Is there some sort of a link there? That they're all trying to protect each other and call over each other to sort of stop certain things getting out? Why are they all falling over each other's feet to stop shit getting out? Again, it's a level of control. Because if we knew the truth back then, the people would have had even more control than they had over that election. If the truth were out, then the people would have had a higher level of control than they already had. Because they would have known the truth. Back then. Yeah, absolutely, Tabby. How are you anyway, Tabby? Don't believe it. No proof needed. Seen it, Clinton and Prince Andrew name dropped. Whoever has final say so allowed it. Yeah. The thing is, I've always been relatively neutral about this kind of stuff. And if my guards want to tell me something, which they have done a few times, I pay attention then. Usually what happens is my guards will plant a seed and I'll follow it, and I end up following it to something real fucking deep, a rabbit hole that I can't fucking get out of. But like, again, if more people could see through propaganda, could see through fake news, that's what it is, isn't it? If more people could see through it and actually start thinking for themselves, I think that is the run up to the age of Aquarius. It is more and more people starting to think for themselves. It's not about being told what to think anymore. It's like, now I'm throwing you snippets. I'm not telling you what to think. You're going to do what the hell you want. At the end of the day, you're going to believe what the hell you want. It's like, I'm not telling anybody how to think, so don't ever think that I am. What I am saying is, these are the clues. If you can link them up and come to a different conclusion, if this is entirely coincidental and there is no substance to these accusations whatsoever, if you can find something that's more substantial than the evidence that we've been presented with just lately, as to why that was sparked at that precise moment. At that precise moment, if there is a coincidental reason as to why ABC would spark that story at that precise moment, then share the information. As far as I can see, there is no coincidence. It was completely done on purpose because it was the elections were about to take place. And they couldn't have a presidential candidate's husband implicated yet again in a scandal. You see what I mean? Seriously. The only problem with that was they were spiking a story and they were suppressing important information that the public needed to know about the world's most prolific pedophile. And that's the massive problem with this, protecting a pedophile over a presidential campaign. Seriously, if people aren't starting to link up the fucking chain by now, there's something wrong. That's as far as I can see. It's like, damn it, Spirit's throwing us these snippets. They're helping us, pointing us in the right direction and whatnot, and we're just not fucking paying attention. I think many people have been paying attention until now. That's my point. More people are starting to wake up. More people around me starting to talk, and like, is there really this good versus evil thing going on and whatnot? And it's like, fuck yes, there is. Glad you asked. You know what I mean? Mark Williams, hey, sexy Katie. Well, for one, I wouldn't consider myself sexy, and for two, well, not today at least, and for two, my name's Kay, K-A-Y. I don't know who Katie is. Katie might be very sexy. Thank you, Mark. Welcome. We'll probably do have a sexy Katie in the room somewhere. If there's a Katie in the room, pop up. Mark wants to talk to you. But yeah, like I was saying, it makes sense that True Reporting put this video out with this massive fluctuation on that chart. Like I say, there were nothing in Earth's atmosphere. There were nothing. Is that weed? No, it's a roll up. I'm smoking some Golden Virginia. But yeah, there were nothing in Earth's atmosphere. There were nothing in the solar system, to be fair, around Earth that could have affected Earth in that way. There was nothing going on with the inside the planet, i.e. no earthquakes or anything like that. There was nothing physically that could have created that massive fluctuation on that chart. And that's why they put it down to, was this something to do with humankind, open consciousness collective? Was it something to do with that? Was there some sort of a link? Like I say, you've got to go check out this guy and watch that video, because like he explains it so much better than me. It really does. It really does. So, but yeah, phenomenon. Yeah, it was definitely a fluctuation of something. Let's just put it like that. Something's going on. Something's going on. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to shoot, because I've got a few emails I need to catch up on. I've got cancellation tomorrow, you know, because I was going to do the so I was gonna, if I was going to do Sunday Super Chat, I was going to come on and probably do it at about 8:30 in the evening UK time, and I'd got a reading scheduled for 9:30, and the ladies had to reschedule it until next Sunday. So I actually do have an hour tomorrow that needs filling up. So if anybody wants it, I'll do a discount. Well, you can, if 2 people book 30 minutes, or if 1 person wants the whole hour, I'll do your discount just to fill it up. Like for the hour, 40 quid, or 30 minutes, 20 quid if I can get 2 of them filled in. But yeah, whichever. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to shoot. Go on and reply to these emails and see what's crack-a-lacking there. And then I've got a reading again in about an hour, and I don't stop till 11:30. So eventful evening. Eventful evening. Hey, Christy. Happy New Year, my sweetheart. Dawn, energies levels are rising, awakenings all over the world. Absolutely, absolutely. Yes. Oh, bless you, Tabit. Right, you guys, I'm going to shoot then, answer these emails, and then I've got work all night. So, yes, tiring. But like I say, hopefully I'll be able to do this super chat session tomorrow, but I've also got time afterwards to fill in like this hour gap. So, anyway, I'm going to shoot, and I wish you guys all the best. Check out that channel, seriously. And if you come across this article about this stupid fucking bitch who did that, it's Tracy, what was it, Milanovic or whatever her name is, Tracy Milanovic. Anywho, yeah. Oh, Mark's troll. It's all right. We'll let it go. I'm going to shoot anyway, you guys. Right, love you all. Take care, and I will be back on tomorrow, okay? All right, take care. Bye for now.